Students, hope you all are fine. In this video class, I am going to explain about one of the important topics in the second unit, okay, that is operators, okay. So, in the most of the university questions it was asked, so please listen, okay. So, what is operators? Anyone know about operators? Everyone crossed the 12th mathematics and all, right? In mathematics also you studied some of the operators. Say some of the operators, what do you know? Normally, what are the operators we are using? Normally, we are using addition, subtractions, multiplication, divisions, right? These all comes under one category of operators in the Python programming, okay? So, operators are nothing but symbols, mathematical symbols which you are going to use in the expressions. What is expressions? Expressions are nothing but combination of operands and operators. For example, A equal to 10, B equal to 5, C equal to A plus B. This C equal to A plus B is the expression. C equal to A plus B is the expression. Here, this A and B are called as operands. Operands. This is called as operator. The symbol is called as operator. All of you got it? What is operator? Operators are nothing but it's a mathematical symbols which is used in the expression. Okay. In the Python programming, there are various categories of operators are there. We can see one by one. First, what are the operators? See here. What are the operators? Arithmetic operators, then comparison, then assignment operator, then logical operators, then bitwise, membership, identity. These are the operators we are going to learn in the video session, okay. The first one is arithmetic operators. What are the arithmetic operators are there? What do you know already? What are the arithmetic operators? Addition. Everyone know about the plus symbol, right? It's addition, then subtraction, then this asterisk symbol, star symbol is used for multiplication. Here no X symbol, here we have to put this asterisk symbol, okay. Then slash, what is this slash denotes? It's division, okay. Here this division is used to get the quotient. The division normally you are used to get the answer quotient, right? So here this slash symbol is used to get the quotient answer. Division, quotient answer. And what is this double slash? Anyone know about the double slash? Double slash. It is nothing but floor division. Double slash is nothing but floor division. Okay. Floor division means if suppose you are getting one pointed value like this. 9.858. Okay. What is this floor means? See this number. Two things are there. Seal, floor. Seal means top. And floor means bottom. Normally, seal means your upstairs, this floor, sorry. Seal means upside and floor means down, right? So here, if you round up this number, what's the seal value? Seal value means you will take it as 10. Seal means you will take it as 10. As well as floor means we can take it as 9. Down value we have to take. While round upping, if you put this division symbol, you will get one pointed answer. That pointed answer will be rounded up with the floor value. If your answer is 9.858, your quotient is 9.85 means it will consider as 9. That is floor division. It will take the floor value while round upping. All of you got it? Then, what is this double star? Anyone aware about the double star symbol? Double star. It's nothing but this double star is used for exponent. We say it is a exponent symbol or exponential symbol, exponent symbol or exponential symbol. For example, I want to find normally you are find 2 square. What's the value of 2 square? It is 4, right? If you put 2 square means it is 4. Similarly, you can put like this in Python. 2 double star 2. The meaning is it's 2 square or 4 double class 2. 4 square 16. Like that, exponents means power. Okay, you can take square, cube, like that. Okay, chord values. So what are the arithmetic operators? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division. Floor division means it will take the floor value while round upping. Then what about this percentage symbol? It's also performing division, but the answer you will get is remainder answer. If you want to get the remainder answer, instead of quotient, if you want to check the remainder, where simple logic, where you are using for finding the odd or even, any number divided by 2, for example 4 divided by 2 equal to 0. What's the meaning of this? You are trying to divide 4 with 2. 4 divided by 2, if you put the percentage symbol means it will check the remainder portion. If the remainder is 0, okay, so this modulus symbol, it's called as remainder division or modulus. This modulus is used to get the remainder answer in the division. Okay, all of you got it, the first thing. The next one is comparison operator. The other name of comparison operator is a relational operator. Okay, what is comparison operator or relational operator? Normally your parents is comparing with other kids, right? Similarly, here also you are comparing one thing with another. Keep it remember in your mind. Okay, you are comparing one person with other person. Like that, we are comparing one variable with the other variable or one value with the other value with the help of some operators. So that's what we called it as a comparison operator or relational operators. What's the other name of comparison? It is relational operator. Okay, so see what are the symbols? A greater than B or B greater than A, like that we are comparing, right? So it is greater than symbol. This is less than symbol. Greater than, less than, and greater than equal to. What's the meaning of greater than equal to? It accepts the number is greater as well as equal. For example, A equal to 10, B equal to 5. A greater than B, true or false? It is true. Then A less than B, true or false? It is false. Similarly, now B is also 10. Can I write like this? A greater than equal to B, true or false? What's the answer? Whether it is true or false. A value is also 10, B value is also 10. A greater. Here we are checking two things. Whether it is greater or it is equal. Okay, two things we are checking. Whether the A is equal to B or the A is greater than B. So here also it is true. Similarly, A less than equal to B. Whether A is less than B or equal to B. This is also true. Got it? So less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to. What is this double equal to symbol? Anyone? What is this double equal to symbol? It's nothing but you are checking. For example, A equal to 10, 5, B equal to 5. So A equal to B. Whether it is true or false? It is true. You are checking both the variables or values are equal or not. Equal to symbol only, double equal to only denotes equal to. Double equal symbol only denotes equal to in Python programming. So if you want to check both the numbers are equal, you have to put double equal to. If you are putting single equal to means, see here I am using single equal to, right? The single equal to means is it assigning. Assignment. You are giving the value to the particular variable or you are assigning the value to the particular variable. What's the difference between single equal to and double equal to? Double means you are checking both are equal. Single equal to means you are assigning the value to the particular variable. Got it? Then what's the other symbol? Not equal to. Okay. So A not equal to B. Whether it is true or false? It is It is false. Why? A is also 5 and B is also 5. So not equal to is used to check whether it is not equal, both the values are not equal. Okay, all of you understood till this comparison. The next one is assignment operator. What is assignment operator? Just now I explained about the assignment operator, right? If you put single equal to, then we say it is a assignment operator. A equal to 10. You are assigning this value to this variable. This is the assignment. This assignment operator works along with all the arithmetic operator. For example, A equal to A plus 1. What's the value of A here? 10. 10 plus 1. So what's the answer here now? Here 11. It can be right like this. A plus equal to 1. A plus equal to, what is this? The abbreviation of this is this only. A equal to A plus 1. Similarly, I can write like this. A into equal to 1. So it denotes that A equal to A into 1. Similarly, it works with all the arithmetic operators. That is plus equal to, minus equal to, multiplication equal to, division equal to, remainder division equal to, floor division equal to, exponential equal to. It works with all the arithmetic operators. Okay, this is the assignment operator. All of you got it? So it works with all the arithmetic operators. What's the next thing? Till this we completed, right? Now logical operators. What is logical operators? Anyone have the idea about the logical operators? What is logical? Normally, while you are explaining about your computer, we say a computer is a arithmetical logical unit. The heart of the computer is ALU, right? What is this arithmetic? Arithmetic means these things. Addition, the computer can perform all the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Similarly, the second one is logical, arithmetic logical unit, ALU. Now, what is this logical? This logical operators only used to determine whether the both used to check the condition. Okay, logical operators are used to check the condition, both the condition is true or false, or any one of the condition is true or false. Like that we are using. If you want to check more than one condition, we are going for the logical operator. If only one condition means no need. We can directly use relational. A greater than B or A equal to B. One condition is enough. If you want to check more than one condition, we need logical operator. What's the definition of logical operator? Logical operator is used to check more than one condition, to check whether it is true or false. Okay, for that purpose only we are using logical operators. So what are the logical operators are here? And or not. We can see one by one. And or not. So these logical operators are worked in the form of truth table. With the it should be determined with the help of the truth table. Okay, so for example, I am giving one truth table here. 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. 0, 1. Here A equal to 5, B equal to 2, C equal to 10. Okay, 3 variables I am using. A equal to 5, B equal to 2, C equal to 10. Here I am checking 2 conditions. The first condition is A greater than B. A greater than B. The second condition is C greater than A. Two conditions I am checking. What's the first condition? A greater than B. That is nothing but 5 greater than 2. What's the second condition? C greater than A. So 10 greater than 5. Both the condition is true or false? Both the condition is true. You can say, you can find it, right? 5 is greater than 2. So this condition is true. Similarly, 10 is greater than 5. So this condition also true. So in the programming, if any one of the condition is true, it should be mentioned with the help of 1. Okay. Normally, 2 booleans you studied, right? What are the boolean values you studied? True, false. 2 boolean operators you studied. One is true, another one is false. So if the condition is true, we will mention 1. 1 is nothing but true. Suppose if the condition is false, we will mention with 0. All of you got it? The condition is true, we will put 1. If the condition is false, we will put 0. 1 means true. Then 0 means, here it is 1 only, 0 means false. Okay. Now, see this first condition, 0, 0. 0 means both, this condition is false. Here I am telling this condition is false. This condition is also false. So as per your logical and perform like multiplication. False, false, it will give false. True, true. As per your input, here what's the input? 5 to 10. As per your input, both the condition is true. A greater than B. So it is true. So I am putting 1. Then C greater than A. This condition also true. So I am putting 1. So both the condition is true means your answer is also true. Suppose this condition is true. For example, this first condition is true. This condition is false. So what will happen? Here it is false. Like multiplication, 1 into 0, 0. Now, in this example, the first condition is false and second condition is true. So what will happen? Again it is false. So AND operators works like multiplication. It will check both the condition is true or false. Here both the condition is false. So your answer is also false. Here both the condition is true. So your answer is also true. 1 denotes true. 0 denotes false. It's Boolean. Okay. Here one condition is true. First condition is true and second condition is false. So your answer is also false. 0. Here one condition is false. Second condition is true. Again your answer is 0. It works like multiplication. It works like multiplication. Okay. Now, second one is OR. Okay. So it works like addition. Okay. This OR works like the addition. Here also take 3 inputs. A equal to 1, B equal to 2, C equal to 3. I am writing 2 condition here. C greater than A. Okay. C greater than A and C greater than B. Okay. Now see here, what's the C value? 3. 3 greater than 1. True. So here I will write now. First condition 3 greater than A. So 3 greater than 1. Condition is true. So I am putting 1. And C greater than B. What's the C value? 3 greater than 1. Again the condition is true. So you will get the answer also true. Okay. Suppose now the A value is 10. B value is 20. Now C greater than B, what will happen? Condition false. Now C is not greater, right? C is 3 and A is 10. It's not greater. So condition false. So 0. Again C greater than B. Condition false. 0. Your answer is false. Now I changed one input. C greater than A. Condition is false. 3 not greater than 10. Similarly, C greater than B, 3 greater than 2, condition is true. Now what will be the answer? It works like addition. Your answer is 1. Okay, so again I changed the input. 3 greater than A, condition true or false? True, so 1. 3 greater than B, condition true or false? Condition is false, so you will get the answer 1. It works like addition. This is the logical OR. Then what is logical NOT? NOT is nothing but if 0 is there, your answer will be 1. You have to put opposite things. Okay, okay. If it is not of true, it is false. Not of false, it is true. Okay, not is to represent the different thing. Depend upon the input, you have to change. Here it is 1 means there it is 0. Here it is 0 means there it is 1. So these are the 3 logical operators present in your Python program. Then bitwise operators. What is bitwise operators? What is bit? What is bit? If you see your computer memory organization, okay, at first there is the first level is bits. 0, 1. 0 is 1 bit and 1 is 1 bit. Okay, then 4 bits equal to 1 nipple, or 8 bits equal to 1 byte. Okay, like that it will come. Then so bitwise operators are used to represent the bits, zeros and ones. It represents only zeros and 1. Bit means 0, 1s. Okay, so bitwise operators are used to convert the value into bits. Okay, converts the values into bits first, then you can perform their operators. What are the bitwise operators here? This symbol denotes AND, bitwise AND. This symbol denotes bitwise OR. This symbol denotes bitwise XOR, exclusive OR. This symbol denotes bitwise complement. This thing denotes left shift. This denotes right shift. Once again I am telling, this is bitwise AND. This is bitwise OR. This is bitwise XOR. This is bitwise ones complement. This is bitwise left, 2 less than symbol. So bitwise left. This is bitwise right. So we can see one by one. Okay. So whatever value you are given, first it should be converted into bits representation. Okay. Bit representation means zeros and ones. Then you will going to perform the AND or anything. Logical gates. The AND not AND or we study the logical gates, right? Here we are going to implement those. Okay. So for example, first, what is this? Bitwise AND. Okay. So for example, A equal to 5, B equal to 10. How you want to convert it into bits? There are 2 ways we can able to convert this integer value. This is the integer value, right? This is our numbers. 2 ways you can convert this integer into bits representation, binary representation. The other name of bitwise is binary representation. So the first one is, as here zeros and ones, only 2 bits, zeros and ones, take 2 multiplication factors. Okay, for example 1, then 1 2s are 2, 2 2s are 4, then 4 2s are 8, then 8 2s are 16, then 32, then 64. Like that we can take the order. Okay, for converting this integer into bits. For example, now 5. Now we have to check what are the numbers we have to add. Normally we will take till 8 only, as we are taking 4 bits, till 8 is enough. Okay, so it will goes like 65,536. 1 2, then 4 8 32 64, then 128, like that it will go. Okay, Here 4 bits is enough for understanding. So here, what are the numbers we can add to get 5? This 4 and 1, right? That 2 places put 1s. All the other places you have to put 0. So you will get the answer 0, 1, 0, 1. The another way is, you can perform like LCM. How you find the LCM? Like that you can do it. But you have to divide it with 2. 2 2s are 4, right? So remainder 1. Again 2 2s are here 1. Remainder is 0. So 0, 1, 0. You will get the answer at 1, 0, 1. Here you can add 0. Here if you add 0 means also there is not a issue. 0 denotes nothing, right? So this is the way you have to find it. Similarly for 10, what are the numbers you have to add to get 10? 8, 2. So 1, 0, 1, 0. So binary representation of 10 is 1, 0, 1, 0. Otherwise, do like this. 2 5s are 10. Remainder is 0. 2 2s are 4. Remainder is 1, 2. Remainder 1. Remainder is 0, right? So what's the answer? 1, 0, 1, 0. From down we have to take it. 1, 0, 1, 0. You got the answer? You got these things, right? Okay. So here you are converting the integer number into binary numbers. Now you have to use the truth table. What truth table you learned? For AND 0, 0, 0. 1, 1, 1. 0, 1, 0. 1, 0, 0. Now use this. Okay. Here 1, 0. That means the first condition is true and the second condition is false. Right? So see the truth table 1, 0. What's the answer? 0. Again 1, 0. 0. Again 1, 0, 0. Again 1, 0, 0. Your answer is 0. While you are using logical AND for performing logical AND for 5 and 10 means your answer is 0. Why? Only both the condition true means the output is true. Next we can see about OR. The same example I am performing. A equal to 5 and B equal to 10. Here 0, 1, 0, 1. Here 1, 0, 1, 0. The same OR. Okay. So here as per your OR, what's the truth table for OR? This is the truth table for OR, right? Like addition 1, 0 plus 1, 1, 1. What's the answer? Just put the representation and see. 1, 2, 4, 8. Your answer is 8 plus 4, 12. 12 plus 2, 14. Your answer is 15. The binary should be converted into integer form again. So your answer is 15 here. Okay, got it. What's the next symbol here? This AND and OR is completed. The third one is XOR. Okay, for XOR, the truth table is, see here, whenever you are giving the same, you will get 0. If both the conditions are giving the same answer, means it is 0. 0, 0 means 0. If both the condition giving 1, 1 means also 0. If both the condition giving different answers, then it is 1. So here I am going to perform XOR. Okay. So here it is different, right? 1. Here also it is different, 1. Here also different, 1. 1. We are getting the answer 15. XOR. What's the truth table for XOR? Both the condition same means false. Both the condition answer is different means it is true. Okay. What's the next one? Complements. What is one complements? This complement symbol is very easy. For example, there is one number like this, 1100. If you take the complements, means it is 0, 0, 1, 1. All the zeros are converted to ones. All the ones are converted to 0. That is complements, ones Zeros are converted to ones and ones are converted to zeros. What's the next one here? Left shift, right shift. Okay. So left shift. Here I am taking one value, example 5. The binary is 0 1 0 1. Okay. Okay. So here I am going to use left shift. A left shift of 2. That meaning is you have to shift 2 times the A value. A left shift 2. We have to shift left side 2 times the binary A value. So here put like this 1 1 1. Okay. 2 4 8. Sorry, it's wrong, right? 0 1 0 1. Okay. So this is the binary representation of 5. How many times you want to shift? 2 times. In the first time, okay, in the first time I am shifting one side, left side. 2 times I want to shift. First time I am going to shift. So 1 0 1 0. Again second time I am shifting 1 0 1 0. Now put the representation and see. Here it is 1, 1 2s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 16, then 32. So what's the answer here? 16 plus 4. Your answer is, your output is 20. Okay? 16, then 4. What are the places you are getting 1? The 16 you are getting 1, and in the 4 you are getting 1. So 16 plus 4, 20. Your output is 20. Okay. Similarly, right shift. Similarly, right shift I am going to do the same thing. Okay. Right shift means 2 times you have to shift right side. 2 times you have to shift right side. So what's the value here? 0 1 0 1. Right shift means put the line here, right side. The first shift 0 1 0 1. In the second shift 0 1 0 1. See here, apart from this side, after that 1 everything is 0. Don't consider that. So what's the answer now? Your output is 1. Why? In the 1 position only you are getting the answer 1. So your answer is 1. 5 right shift 2. Okay. So all of you understand the bitwise operators. Okay. The next one is important and special operators in your Python programming. There are 2 special operators in your Python programming. One is membership operator, another one is identity operator. These both operators are new to Python. Other languages it won't have. Okay. So membership operators, not, comma, not in. It is works in the sequence data types. The last video session we will explain about I will explain data types, right? What are the sequence data types? List, tuple, string, dictionary. Okay. So it works in the sequence data types. Okay. For example, A equal to 1 2 3. This is one list. Okay. Now this not in, not in. Sorry, in, not in. So these 2 operators are used to check any values or any elements present in the sequence or not. The particular value or particular element is present in the sequences or not. Sequence means list or string or tuple. Anything we can use. Here I am used list. So for example, print 2 in A. 2 is nothing but the element present in the list. A is the list. A is the list name. So what answer you will get? You will get the answer true. What it mean? The particular element 2 is present in the list A. So in is nothing but used to check whether the particular element is present in the list or not, or present in the sequence or not. Similarly, not in. Print 2 not in A, it will give false. Why it will give false? 2 is there. Not in means used to check whether the particular thing is not present in the list or not present in the sequence. Okay, all of you understand what is in and not in. Both are the membership operators. Okay, the next one is identity operators. Identity operators. Is not. Is, comma, is not. In Python, there is one special feature. Okay, for example, A equal to 10 and B equal to 10. The special feature here is, see, what's the value of A? 10. What's the value of B? 10. So how many times it is stored in your memory? While executing the program, the data are stored in the memory, right? Here, how many times it will store? Whether it will be stored 2 times or whether it will store 1 times. Now, other programming languages, it will store 2 times. Here, it will store only 1 time. A, and the name, the address will be given to A and B. Address will be given to, mapped to A and B. So, A and B value will be stored only once. In your Python, if both the values are same, it will be stored only once in the memory. For checking that only, we are using this identical operator. Identity operator is used to check both the memory positions. The memory location is same or different. Identity operator is used to check both the variables memory location is same or different. Used to check the memory locations. So for that one function is there, id of. Okay, for example, print id of A means it will give one value 1, 2, 8 something. Similarly, print id of B means also it will give the same value. It is nothing but address or memory location. Okay, so here I can check like this, print A is B, whether it is true or false. True, because both A and B are sharing the same memory location. So both the memory location is equal. That's what A is B. A memory location is equal to B. Yes, you will get the answer true. Now I am going to change B value is 5. Now what will happen? This mapping will be changed. Separately 5 will be stored and B. Now if you are checking id of B means it will give different value. Now it is false. A is not B. Now if you check print A is not B means it is true. Okay, so identical operators is used to check the memory location is same or different. So what are the operators we discussed? Arithmetic and comparison, assignment, logical, bitwise, membership and identity operators. I hope you understand this operators concept. Thank you, students.